I've been interested in space generally for a long time, since when I was at school, and at medical school I became quite interested in aerospace medicine as a specialty where you're interested in both aviation and space aspects of how the body works, and the medical sort of side of aviation and space industries. So it really is something that's gone on since then. When I was a fairly junior doctor, I had the chance to spend some time at NASA on a training rotation in aerospace medicine, and I've continued in my career to maintain that sort of involvement, particularly with my work here in Oxford over the last 10 years or so, looking at lung physiology, in particular heart and lung physiology. And that's something which is quite relevant, not just in space but in the aviation setting too. And so that's involved more recently some flight studies done on commercial airline flights, looking at the effects of just the mildly lowered oxygen that we experience in a commercial flight. I knew I was interested in aviation and space, but I was quite keen to go to medical school and be a doctor. It's something I thought that I would really enjoy. So it was really nice to find out that you can combine the two potentially. And what was really handy being in Adelaide is that the Royal Australian Air Force has their Institute of Aviation Medicine at Edinburgh base in Adelaide. So when I was a medical student, I made contact with people there who run all sorts of interesting things, like a hypobaric chamber for simulating high altitudes and making people hypoxic, so exposing them to low oxygen levels. And this is used for pilot training by the Air Force. And I got to hang around as a medical student and probably got in the way a bit, but I spent some time in the holidays there. So that was, I guess, where things really started. The program with NASA is intended to support their human spaceflight program. So from their point of view, the point of it is to see whether this is something which is helpful for the health of their astronauts. So that's the main point. It will also actually be useful, I hope, for patients on Earth, because this same monitor is what's used or be coming into use in the critical care setting, and the information that we get from the study I think will be quite informative, because it will be quite different from what's been produced before. I had just a fantastic undergraduate medical education at the University of Adelaide, by all means world class, gold standard, and so that was the solid sort of foundation that you need, I guess, to go on to other things. And I was really fortunate to have that available on my doorstep from Adelaide. So it was just a great experience, really. I really enjoyed 6 years of medical school and moving around the different hospitals in Adelaide, and there are a lot of people involved in teaching there who are really interested and keen and passionate, I think, so that rubs off.